I'm kind of the kindergarten teacher of the punks Discord. I used to have DM discussions with people fighting in the Discord, and I was talking to each of them in the background, trying to to get it back on track. And in most cases, it worked. Some cases, not. I'm Tschuuuly. I'm an artist and curator and collector, and I got into the space by pure accident. Actually, I just bought some crypto and was pretty fascinated by the community part of it, because after a week I was in like 3 WhatsApp groups, and 2 weeks later in 5 Discords, and then 7 Telegram groups. And what fascinated me was the community. And yeah, that's how it all began. And then I met friends with the same interests. Then the Crypto Wiener team formed. And actually it was Ross who showed me the punks.
What were kind of like your first impressions? You said you immediately fell in love. Like, what do you remember from like your first encounters with the CryptoPunks project?
Yeah, well, I joined the Discord. I saw the punks for sale. I had a quick overview over all 10K punks, and it immediately clicked. I thought like, wow, this is 8-bit aesthetics that our generation grew up with. Immediately touches the heart when you think of the old point and click at the computer games and Monkey Island and Indiana Jones and stuff like that. Also, it's punk, which is pretty cool because I have a punk background. I would say I'm a punk, so I really like them. And also being the first known collectibles that are art, collectibles, profile pictures, a social experiment, all in one thing with that aesthetic. So it was obvious to me that I need some of those, and I want to be part of this.
Tell us a little bit about, like, explain what like Discord is and why it's so relevant to CryptoPunks and so important to the project as a whole.
It was used by gamers in the early days to organize themselves and talk about their games, but by now almost every crypto project has their own Discord. And that's why the community is hanging out and discussing the project and venting and exchanging everything, like from the daily GM to the good nights and sharing personal life to discussing alpha and sharing projects. And yeah, it's a vivid space where, especially in the early days, there was so much knowledge and exchange going on that was really, really valuable. And I learned a lot there, and many did. I think it's a good place.
How much time would you say you spend per day on there?
Varies between a couple of hours. Like sometimes it's the whole day, and sometimes it's just dropping in occasionally, checking, oh, everything's peaceful and nice, good, nothing to do for me. I'm kind of the kindergarten teacher of the punks Discord. I used to say that because I used to have DM discussions with people fighting in the Discord, and I was talking to each of them in the background, trying to to get it back on track. And in most cases, it worked. Some cases, not. But it doesn't matter.
How does that Discord kind of compare to other communities you've been a part for before, like whether they're digital or even IRL?
Well, I've been in many Discords and groups, but in the punks Discord, in the early days, it was really like a family of super genius, smart kids that hang out together and discuss the hot new shit and really deeply discuss it, like pro, contra. And there still are most of the people from the earlier days still there. It's a little bit different now with new people joining all the time. But it's still a place where projects get discussed in a very deep way, and there's lots of interesting stuff going on. And if you have a question and you ask it there, you will get really good and qualified answers within a very short period of time. And if you need help, there will be help. So it's a very supportive community, and it's a community with lots of various kinds of talents. And meeting those people in real life is also really amazing. So punks seemed to draw a certain kind of person that comes with lots of good qualities, and yeah, great people.
What do you think like gives the punks Discord its magic? because like so many people talk about the punks Discord as like being this birthplace that like not only like brought people together but also spawned like really important projects like Art Blocks was arguably born in like the punks Discord with Snowfro and all that. Like I'm curious, like what do you think kind of gives it that magic?
I think it's the punks. The punks draw the people that bring all these qualities, and also by gaining value, it gave a tool that cashing out some of that helped founding many great projects. So by growing in value, the punk owners, all these smart people suddenly had the money to really realize the dreams and make those cool projects happen. So it's a mixture of I think it's a cool people, and I think the reason why there are so many great people is that punks draw these people in. So the cat dragged all of us in.
As a curator yourself, like where do you sort of see punks in like the trajectory of contemporary art, digital art, and the sort of like new chapter in art history that we're kind of writing right now with this with Web3 technology, NFTs, and beyond?
Yeah, probably almost everyone would give the same answer. Like, yeah, they are one of the first big projects, the first NFT project that really kicked off all those other projects. I mean, there have been other tokens before and art projects, but I think punks were the first that really gained the attention of the masses. And they are, even though John and Matt say they're not artists, but they're still artworks, and they are being handled as artworks and received, like everybody in the community agrees that they are artworks. So seeing them in big museums now, no big surprise. By now, it's not in question anymore. Punks are art. They are the first profile picture project of that kind, and they are collectibles. They are a token that gives you access to that Discord. So it's the first time that art has so many use cases and so that's really interesting, and that's what kicked up of a whole generation of projects getting into these filling these steps, like being a profile picture project and trying to be art as well, but not many managed to really get received as art by the art world and the community.
Did you consider yourself like an art collector or a collector before CryptoPunks? And if so, like what did you collect?
Well, I studied art, so I collected some physical art of friends of mine. We had a lot of exchanges where I would do a video for them and they would give me a painting. Also, I bought, whenever I got some money, I bought art from friends of mine, which I wanted to support and like. So in my flat, there's lots of art already. And yeah, so I definitely knew that punks are art as well, and that collecting NFTs is a really good form of collecting art, because yeah, you don't need storage. You can look at it, show it, everyone can see it. It's really nice to have it on your phone. So when I bought my first punks, I really looked at them very often, like they spark so much joy having them in my wallet. It's really cool.
I love that. How many punks have you owned in total?
Over time, with the ones I sold and the ones I have only a few left by now, but I think 32 or something.
Like if you had to describe the ethos of like the punks community, how would you describe it?
Lots of fun and lots of deep conversations and lots of empathy and friendliness, helpfulness, and yeah, fun. Again, fun. It was always about like hanging out, having fun, and learning and developing. It's really interesting what happens and what unfolds around them, what people join the Discord, what kind of people are buying them, how people see them. There's so much to it, and there's definitely some like magic. It might not be the right word, but it's definitely something that sparks a lot. And yeah, you should treat the punks well, so we deserve them.